the opening statement from Coach and then take questions after.
Can't say enough about our guys, how hard they played on defense, how locked into the scouting report they were. I thought Sears was unbelievable. He got in there and made a bunch of tough plays, rebounds. Thought Charles was great on Sheboy. And Kentucky's going to be all right. They had a bad shooting night. They didn't shoot well. Our guys did a good job defensively on them. But, now I'm pulling for Kentucky to go get a bunch of wins at this point. So, but, it was good. I thought we showed growth. We were up 27 against Ole Miss and then let our foot off the gas. They cut it to 15. I think it was the under 8 media timeout, if I remember correctly, that we were up 27 exactly again. It's ironic it went that way. So I said in the huddle, here it is, fellas, up 27. What are we going to do from here? We came out, pushed the lead to 31 instead of let them get back in it. So I thought, we're learning game to game. We've got young guys playing 4 freshmen a lot of minutes, playing new guys, transfers, whatever, a lot. But we're learning. That's really all we're trying to do is get a little bit better every game. I thought we definitely got better this game from the Ole Miss game. So, I'll say this too. The crowd was unbelievable. Students are not in school until, I believe, Wednesday's first day of class. For them to show up like they did tonight, we need great crowds like this. Obviously, it helps when you win. We've been winning, but for them to show up and support us like they did, and everybody, it didn't seem like there was too many open seats in there. So we're trying to put a program and a product out there that everybody's proud to support, and they supported tonight. So I just want to thank everybody for that.
You opened with Charles and how he was playing against Sheboy. Just what was he able to do to kind of shake him there down on the block?
Well, his length causes Sheboy some problems. Sheboy's tough, physical, but he's not nearly as tall as Charles is. So, Charles was able to fight his catch enough, push it out. When he did get it, Charles was smart, moved his feet, blocked some shots. If you look, Sheboy was 1 for 7. So, he was obviously effective in challenging his shots at the rim. He doesn't shoot anything outside of at the rim shot. So, I thought part of guarding Sheboy too was we decided to attack him early in ball screens. I don't think he's very good guarding ball screens. We got behind him, I think, 3 times right out of the gate. Jaden Bradley did a great job finding Charles, and, they were upset. We've seen him mess up a lot of ball screen coverages and scouting them. So we wanted to attack him in that. When we did attack him, they pulled him out of the game and made it a lot easier to guard him when he's on the bench. He only played less than 23 minutes tonight, so that was certainly helpful too.
Yeah, the efforts of Mark Sears, obviously he scored in the second half quite a bit, but what he was doing underneath the basket in terms of getting rebounds, and I think he got a steal from Oscar at one point. As far as his efforts tonight, what was kind of the points of emphasis to him going to this game, and what did you see from him?
We just told all of our guards, this rebound, we ended up getting out-rebounded by 4, but they're 3rd in the country in offensive rebounding rate, I believe. So, we told our guys we weren't going to be able to hold them without an offensive rebound shoot. They ended up with 20, to be honest with you. We didn't do a good enough job. But we told them they can't score on them. The second chance points, we got to try to eliminate. So we told our guard, you got to get in there, you got to rebound. When they do get some rebounds, you got to try to strip them. Thought Sears was in there making some tough rebounds. I believe Sheboy fouled him on one of the rebounds, which was big. Got him in foul trouble. He had 4 fouls tonight. Thought he was able to make some strips in there, just make some tough plays. Loose balls on the ground, he's on it. His defense on Wheeler was good. The last possession of the first half, he stripped Wheeler going the rim. So I thought he just came ready to play. He's a gamer. He's shown up in big games. Showed up on the defense and offensive in this game. He ended up getting a hard hat award, beat Chuck out by I think a half a point. So, which is impressive because Charles was great. So, I think Clowney told Mark, now that we've seen it, we're not going to let you give us anything less on the defensive end the rest of the year. So, I like our guys' camaraderie and chemistry, and Clowney's correct. Now that we've seen it out of Sears, now we're going to expect it every game. So, he was great tonight, though.
hits 20, hits 30, crowd's chanting NIT at Kentucky. I mean, what's that scene like for you in your mind when you guys are building that kind of momentum?
Yeah, I mean, I was proud of our guys for not letting their foot off the gas. I thought we kept playing hard. It's easy to let your foot off the gas when you build a lead. I mean, Kentucky's not going to go to the NIT. They're going to be an NCAA tournament team. Like, it's college students being college students. They've got plenty of talent over there. I mean, Cal's done a good job. Some talent. They've got really good players. They didn't shoot the ball that well tonight. They shot 29%. When you shoot 29%, it's hard to win games. So we obviously some of that was due to our defense, but they did just miss some shots too. So like I said before, I'm hoping they bounce back and play really well because it'll help us moving forward. So we only got them the once this year, so I hope they're contending for a championship at the end and we got the tiebreaker. But they'll get their stuff figured out. This isn't the first time they've lost a game and figured it out and came back. So students are going to be students. I love them. They're great. That's why college environments, I think, are better than NBA environments because you got a student section that gets after it, but they're still college students being college students.
Coach, this game, the world was, or the country was watching Nick Saban in the front row, 30-plus scouts. Is this what you envision this time of the year? And you got a tough, undefeated in SEC play, Arkansas next. How do you talk about putting your foot off the gas? How do you keep it going?
You know what? We got to enjoy today. Tomorrow we got to get locked down on Arkansas. It's great that we played well in front of all these people, and it was great to see Coach Saban there in the front row. He doesn't make it out to too many. I think he has to take too many pictures and sign too many autographs when he comes out. So it was nice to see him out there. I think he's got to, make their butts quit, I think is his saying, if I remember. So we were trying to make him quit tonight, trying to make him proud in the stands. So I don't think Kentucky necessarily quit, but I think our players tried to make them. So that's what we were trying to do, take a little and I think the students did a great job. We don't have quarters like football, but they did a pretty good job staying through the fourth quarter today. So I'm sure he was happy with that one too.
Coach, to talk about how your team's responded since Marvin Burnett went down. You put Bradley in the starting lineup. You only had 9 turnovers today. He's done a great job helping you take care of the basketball the last couple of games. And I even made a comment on press row. I was 12 years old at the time, but he reminds me of an old school point guard like Terry Connor from the Wimp days.
Yeah, I didn't see Terry play, so I don't know if that's a good analogy or not, but I'll say this about him. He's tough, hard-nosed, he's a winner. He doesn't let the game speed him up. He had 3 assists. He's kind of given us a calming presence, and he plays really hard on D. So there's a lot of things about him that contribute to winning, and he's been really good for us. Sure, he was good for us before we put him in the starting lineup, but he's getting more and more confident, playing better and better. And really, his start to the game with the passes he was able to throw and pick and roll contributed to Tshiebwe only playing 23 minutes because he was exposing Tshiebwe in a pick and roll in his coverage. So I thought Jaden did a great job with offensively and certainly helped our defense when Tshiebwe wasn't in.
Yeah, you coached the team 2 years ago. You're obviously only a 6th through SEC play, but where do you think this team's at right now?
We got a chance. We this game showed we could be good defensively. That team 2 years ago, I believe, was 3rd in the country in defensive efficiency at the end of the year. If we can get up to maybe after today, we'll be top 10. I think we're 12 coming into today. So, I think we've got a little bit more. We're a little deeper this year. Our offensive firepower was pretty good that year. It's good this year. We're different. Brandon and Herb were both 6'8", 6'9" wings. Herb was obviously defensive wizard. I think Pelicans play at the Mavs tonight if I found them right. So you can turn your TVs and watch Herb lock somebody up from the Mavs. He'd probably spend some time on Luka. But, Brandon's more offensively talented. But I think I like the chemistry with this group. We had really good chemistry with that group. You had guys like Reese volunteering to come off the bench. You got a guy like Noah Gurley, who, you know, when he doesn't play as much, is guy in the huddle talking. We got to put our foot on the, like, so we've got good chemistry, good leadership. Like, I like where we're at right now. And it's easy to have good chemistry when you're winning games. So, you know, we'll see what happens when we hit a little adversity.
Thanks, Coach.
All right. Thanks. Appreciate you guys.